Welcome everyone, this is Clol Alpha. Today I have the 4th Swiss run from IDC 26. I am playing my Water Darkness Aggro list against nasuss, who is playing a Light Darkness Fire Nature Manaburn. His Manaburn variant doesn't have water, but he has fire instead, which means he has more access to fire removal and also to Rip and Sow instead of Miraculous Plague. So let's see how this Manaburn variant fares against my aggro deck. I would say this Manaburn variant is better against my deck because it runs fire instead of water. So that means he can burn my mana earlier and he can also just completely delete my field with Apocalypse Vice or Searing Wave or Burst. Looks like I have a Duel Spider into an Aqua Hulkus, which is not a bad start. Next turn I can do an instant Spin Slicer. And he already has 6 mana, so that just shows the power of Fairy Life, I guess. He doesn't have any shield trigger, which is good for me, so with 3 creatures on board I'm already applying enough pressure. However, he's on 7 mana, which means an Apoc could be coming, but instead we see a Sky Sword with a Soul Swap, and instead of going for Sky Sword, he is going to go for Fortress Shell to burn my 2 water mana, which I think is the right move, because now my potential to become more aggressive has decreased. Unfortunately, I don't get a water source to summon Aqua Hulkus, so I have to summon the Propeller Mutant instead. Still, that's better than nothing, I suppose. He gets a Logic Cube, which allows him to just grab the Apocalypse Vice from his deck, which he gets to use to clean my whole field, which is quite unfortunate for me. I hit a Corpse Charger with Propeller Mutant. That doesn't matter too much. Well, I guess he could have used it to grab absolutely nothing. He discarded the Forbos by mistake. Well, now I get to discard him again and I hit a Logic Cube, which is not too bad because that means he cannot search for a Soul Swap to burn me. But that does not matter if he already has a Soul Swap in hand, so he can burn my mana even more. And now it looks really grim for me because he gets Faliga, which means he can burn me again, so at this point I just concede and go to game 2. Let's hope my luck turns around in game 2. Unfortunately, I don't have a bait for Spin Slicer, so I have to charge it. I can't bank on the fact that I will draw. However, I do draw the Aqua Guard, so maybe I should have charged the Spiral Gate. I don't even know why I kept the Spiral Gate. There's not really much I want to bounce against his deck. So I could have definitely charged the Spiral Gate in case I top deck Liquid People bait for Spin Slicer. And he discards my hand, and I top deck a 4-mana creature, so unfortunately I don't have a play, so I just have to keep attacking with my Duel Spiders. Gets rid of one of my spiders with a volcano, so I get to take a shield. Here I'm thinking between Seti Balls and Gigabalza, and I think I'm going for Seti Balls because I don't think there is point in discarding a 5-card hand at this point. So I just play creatures that give me advantage if they're destroyed. He's playing a Sky Sword and then a Soul Swap, and he plays Fortress Shell to start burning my mana. Fortunately I can still play a creature, so I go in with my last 2. And here he gets a free swap out of shield, which means he gets to burn 2 more mana for free. And now if he has a mass removal, it really looks really grim for me, even if I get advantage from Duel Spider and Seti Balls, because I will not have the mana to play any of those cards. And yes, he gets an Apocalypse from Billix. This hand is a bit bricky. I don't have a Darkness mana to summon Melnia, and I don't have 3 mana to do instant Spin Slicer either, so all I can do is summon Aqua Guard and hope for the best. He burns me to 0 mana, which is really bad for me, and I don't know why I didn't already concede. I guess I was hoping to pressure his Billix with my Spin Slicer and then hope for another creature to finish him after. So I just keep charging, hoping to evolve Aqua Guard at some point. But of course he has all the Reap and Sows in the world. And now he can grab Meltdown with 4 boss. The best case scenario is that I have a Locomotiver and 2 Spiral Gates in shields, which is highly unlikely. I only have a Spiral Gate to bounce one of the attackers, and then that's a pro move right there, to put shields from your mana zone just like that. But yeah, he has the removal for Aqua Guard and he finishes me off. That's the 4th round from IDC 26. Stay tuned.